Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video I will be showing you the best game server hosts for DayZ in 2025. Now when we are playing DayZ, there are specific things that we are looking for with a server host that is different to other games. For example, with a DayZ server, we are looking for very different requirements and things that we need than if we were hosting a Minecraft server. With DayZ, the biggest things that we are looking for is number one, high performance and stability. This is super important because any lag or desync in DayZ is pretty much guaranteed death, especially in PvP. So the biggest things that we are looking for is a high single thread CPU. We need stable tick rate for smooth gunplay and vehicle handling. We also need low ping servers, specifically servers in your region, and NVMe storage for fast load times and persistence. There is essentially two different types of SSD. There's standard SSD, which is the slower version, and NVMe, which is the faster. We need the faster version of this. For DayZ, we also need full mod support because DayZ has an absolutely huge modding community, so it's very likely that you want to mod your server. For this, we want Steam Workshop integration. We also need full FTP and file access. We need the ability to easily install and update mods, and we also need DZSA launcher compatibility for easy joining from modded players. Another very important thing that we look for when we are playing DayZ is going to be persistent backups and wipe control. DayZ is a long-term game. You are going to be stashing items, you are going to be building bases, you are going to be surviving for weeks and weeks and weeks, and you put a lot of hours into a single session. So we are going to be needing things like automated backups, we need control over wipes and resets, and we also need stable world saves. Finally, and arguably the most important, is value for features. We don't want to be breaking the bank for a DayZ server, but at the same time, we also don't want something that is so terrible that we are just going to lag and die. Now, these are the requirements I used to put together this list of the best DayZ server hosts. So in here, these are the 3 server hosts that I recommend for DayZ, and all of these serve a slightly different purpose. Now, with that said, if you do want to get the best deals and discounts to any of the server hosts that I mention in this video, you can do so using the links in the description. So starting off the list with my top overall recommendation, and this is going to be PingPerfect. The reason that PingPerfect is my top recommendation is because they have the most server locations worldwide. They also have absolutely incredible hardware, and with PingPerfect, you can customize this as much as you like. So inside of PingPerfect, we can go up here to rent a game server, and then we just want to go down and search for DayZ. And then we can go ahead and select DayZ right here. Now, in terms of the features inside of PingPerfect, we have instant setup, so you don't have to be a tech genius to set this up. Very easy. It's essentially automated. You just install your game and you will have this set up. They also have super fast and awesome hardware, which, as I say, is the most customizable of any server host out there. So especially for DayZ, if you want to bring up the CPU, if you want to add more RAM, if you want to add more storage, PingPerfect is the best for this. We also get 24/7 support. They have the most global locations, which isn't going to be the biggest issue if you are in Europe, if you are in the US. But if you are in Russia, if you are in South America, PingPerfect is the only server option that actually has servers in these areas. This is also going to allow us backups. We have DDoS protection and we have a money back guarantee. So we can go down here and select one of these up, and down here it says customize your server, but even with this one we can go in and customize this in the same way. So we can click into order now, and down here just look how customizable this server is. So we can go ahead and we can add additional CPU cores, we can bump up the amount of player slots that we have, we can choose from all of these different locations. So we have UK, we have a bunch in Europe, a bunch in the US, we have Canada, we have Australia, Brazil, Russia, South Africa, Asia, China. All of these different areas, right? We can upgrade the storage type. So as I said, we need NVMe storage. Both of these options are NVMe. And we also have disaster recovery and backups included. Now, what I would say is if you are just a casual DayZ player, these are absolutely fine. Like the default options that we get for $13 per month are absolutely perfect. But if you are a more competitive player and you have a reason to upgrade the CPU, you have a reason to go up here and upgrade the storage type, then you can. This is an option. But for most people, this is still absolutely fantastic, even if you go with these default options. So that is the first option right there. This is PingPerfect. And the second option that we have on the list is Survival Servers, and this is best for hardcore and modded DayZ servers. The reason for this is because with Survival Servers, they specifically cater just to survival games, as we can see right here, and they put a heavy emphasis on the ability to mod. So we can go in and we can select DayZ right here, and we can take a look at what is actually included with this, the features that we get. So we get instant server setup, we can switch locations at any time, full FTP access. This is where you can go into the files, you can download and tweak your mods. This is also compatible with the latest versions of DayZ mods. Ultra-fast NVMe SSD drives, another thing on the list that is checked off. Highest single-thread benchmark Intel and AMD CPUs, so once again, fantastic hardware. DDoS protection, install mods and plugins easily. We have all of these different options. So we can go in and we can order one of these servers right here. And once again, we can customize this, but as you can see, we don't have the same ability to customize this. All we can essentially do is choose the amount of player slots that we need. We can choose the location, and as you can see, way less locations in here. There's none in the UK, there are none in South America, there are none in Russia. We have very limited European options right here. We have none in Canada. So this is what I mean by, for most people, PingPerfect is going to be best. The only other thing we can customize on here is the map, and we also have the ability to choose the billing cycle. So if we pay for this annually rather than going monthly, we can save 35%. So this is Survival Servers right here. As I said, this is the best option for modding. Then the final option right here is going to be Citadel Servers. And with Citadel, this is going to be the best for big, like huge servers I'm talking about. So with Survival Servers right here, we can have a maximum of 127 slots, which is already a pretty big server. And with PingPerfect, we can have a maximum of 100. Whereas with Citadel, if we go into DayZ right here, let's just go ahead and type this in. With Citadel, what we can actually do is we can bump this up to unlimited max players. So we can essentially have unlimited player slots in here. With that being said, it is very, very expensive for this. We don't have to worry about bumping up the RAM or anything. It's automatically going to give you the correct amount of RAM that you need in order to run this. We do have more server locations in here than we do on Survival Servers, but we have less than what we do on PingPerfect. So if we take a look, we have UK once again, we have Canada, we have a few European options, we have all of these US options, we have Australia, Singapore, and Japan, but once again, no options in Africa or South America. So this is how we can set the server up. Once again, this is not as customizable as PingPerfect, but Citadel does have everything else that we need on the requirements checklist. So those are the best game server providers for DayZ. Once again, if you do want to pick up any of the server hosts that I mentioned in this video, you can get the best deals and discounts using the links in the description. Either way, I hope you did find this video valuable. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.